Hi, it's Joan, saying we're watching Frieren Beyond Journey's End, Season 1, Episode 15, Smells Like Trouble. Thank you so much, Louise, for sponsoring. Let's go. Rogue, yeah. Oh god, it happened again. Oh god. Like, genuinely, do we need this man? Like, what is he bringing to the table at this point? How useful is he? Can we get by without him? Can we leave him at the next town, find a different priest? Like, how hard would that be? Can we arrange that, please? Because I would like to, because this isn't funny. It's creepy. I mean, it is better than him perving off the young-looking girls, but it's fucking weird. Was the village, like, empty and abandoned? Smells like trouble? Oh dear. Are they dead or just, like, knocked out somehow? Maybe he's fucking useful then. Can you just make sure, like, it's not still lingering in the air and we're not gonna fall asleep? What if so, then maybe they're all gonna fall asleep and he'll be the only one left up. He'll be a useful creep. I don't blame you. I do enjoy that he's the, like, tough fighter type, yet he gets really scared really easily, because I like that they're not stereotypes of what these characters would be. When it matters, he is still fucking brave, braver than someone who wouldn't be feeling scared, but I really enjoy this show. Did he fall asleep? Or did he faint? I guess because they're mages, they're a little bit more resistant. They're bringing him with him. And not leaving him in the village with everyone else. Because he's still part of the party. Yeah, so having been in the village, it's still striking at them. Fuck. Oh. Protect the sleeping babies, please. Frieren is so gonna fall asleep before they get there, right? And it's gonna be the priest proving why he's useful. Oh, no! Prove your worth, annoying man. Oh, lovely. Okay, it's not gonna be that simple. Not yet. Okay, we're proving your adventurer worth. She said she could defeat it if he wakes her. Is that what he's gonna trust? If he stopped creeping about old women, I'd like him. That's our Frieren. Teamwork. See, saying I would like you if you stopped being a creep. I guess we have to keep you around. Like, I want to like him so much. We're good, thanks. We're really okay, we're actually busy. We have plans. What is going on? Fuck, I need money. What is the request? See, I'm like, if they just have a job they need doing, it's not the end of the world, like, we can hear them out, we can maybe do it. But I don't like the way this guy just, like, stormed up, all entitled, makes me want to walk out too. But we'll find out what the job is and then we can walk out. He does? You need to body double? Because why do you need a body double? This concerns me. Oh fuck.
敵の将軍とある金貨10枚。
1年は3食おやつ付きで生活できますよ。魔導書もつけて。
書庫から一冊好きなものを持っていけ。
Can we maybe like, yeah, like, can we like get some kind of like, I mean, a scar on your forehead, Wirt could have got a scar in the battle. That's not the end of the world, unless it's like a really old healed scar, I suppose. But like, it's a big ask. I don't think I could like impersonate somebody else and like go to a party full of like weird, creepy, rich people and like act like I'm one of you. Like I'd be terrified at it, even if I looked exactly like whoever I was trying to impersonate. I mean, I think you can do it, sweetheart. You might be miserable, but I think you can do it. I hope all their food and stuff is free in the meantime. It's not very you. It's weird, and like, it's weird because your son is dead, his dad was awful and like abusive, and he's dead. Like, I don't really want to call you father, actually, thanks. I suppose he doesn't have any great cold, warm feelings for his father. Oh lord, does he know his brother's dead? He's a child! Oh my god, exactly what I was thinking! He's a fucking tiny child, how dare you! Oh, this is a very toxic environment for him to be given his past. Are you patient with your younger son? Because you didn't seem it just now. I think that's what's got him on edge more than anything as well. Okay, that's better than how Stark's father was. They're also like, yeah. You're throwing the kids to the wolves. But I'm quite excited about this. I suppose at least they had nice accommodation and food. I did not like the way this noble approached them to try and get this job. Them to do this. They look so unlike themselves. Aww. I love how different the two halves of these episodes often are. They're having a nice time. She's busy. You are. Part of him wanted to just pretend everything was as it had been. Which one do I choose? The little one. In a way, it might be healing to kind of see the younger son who's not as talented but being given the same attention and love that the older one was given. They're your party. Okay, I loved this episode. One of the things I love about this show is the episodes aren't long. They're still only like 20 odd minutes, but so much happens in each one that you wouldn't notice that. And like each half is so separately different. Like one point when they were first like arriving at this noble house, I was thinking, is this gonna run into the next episode? But we got through it. But it also, obviously we went through it quickly. We didn't see like a month of training or anything. But I still feel like we got to see the characters progressing, what they were doing, how they were doing it. So the first half, now obviously I still don't like saying, like, it's one of those things where I don't dislike him, but I don't like him. You know, he's just, there's parts of him I like, and then there's parts of him that I despise, and so they kind of just equal each other out, and then he's just there. And I guess he's useful to have around, is where I'm at right now. I don't know why they've decided that he has to be lusting after older women all of the time. Like, again, there's nothing wrong with liking what you like, especially, you know, it's better than him liking younger women, but bringing it up all of the time out when there's no context for it. It's just that he is constantly perving over them, makes me feel uncomfortable, and like if I was there I would feel uncomfortable. So like it's not the best. But then seeing him in action, seeing him in all of his priestly glory, him being the one to sort of figure out what the curse was, and then trust him sort of, I enjoyed seeing his tactical brain, seeing as he was strategizing, right, well, if I try and do this, the creature's going to do that, and I need to get Frieren up, but like, we don't have time, and we don't have the rapport yet for me to get through to her, but wait, oh my god, I've forgotten his name. Oh my god, I'm like Himmel Eisen. What on earth was the priest name? Brain fog, CFS, I'm so sorry. Fans, adoptive father, being like, oh yeah, Frieren was useless at communicating, but I could always trust her words. Okay, Frieren said she was going to defeat the thing, I'm going to trust her. 5 seconds, boom. Like, I really enjoyed seeing that. That kind of showed me how he will slot into this party and how he will work in the party. I just don't know why they wrote him with his weird, creepy, pervy stuff. Because it's weird. And he's old enough to know better. But he will be a useful addition to the party, so I'm hoping that they calm down with that, because it's not funny, but we'll see. And saving the village, very good. It's lucky they turned up, and it's really lucky they picked up a priest on their journeys, otherwise they would all be dead. So yeah, I guess we're stuck with saying. Then the second half of it. Now, I didn't like the way the Lord just walked up and was like, you look good, come with me. Like, okay, where's the hello? Nice to meet you. We've got a job opportunity. Could we interest you in that? Where's the manners these days? You know, the nobility just walk in, take whatever they want. It was just really weird. I suppose, given that he, I guess, had just been driving by in his carriage and looked out the window and saw someone who looked identical to his son standing there, his dead son, I guess I can excuse him a little bit of the, like, bluntness of it all, because he was so like, that's my dead son, but obviously it's not. And the whole idea of pretending your son's still alive, and of what it must have felt like every time he was like walking down the corridors of his palatial home and saw Stark walking past, and for a brief moment, even though like, and other than on the night of the party, Stark's hair was all stark messy, like there would be brief moments where out of the corner of your eye you would just assume that was your son. You would be like, oh, there he is. Nope, he's dead. That's the replacement. And how awful that must have felt. But I actually, so initially I was really apprehensive about this plot, and I was like, this weird noble man, what's going on? But, and obviously they desperately needed the money, so it's good that they have some of that now. And it was relatively like, I mean, yeah, it seems like it probably wasn't much fun having to learn all the etiquette stuff and whatever, but it was a relatively like simple job. No one's life was at stake. There were no dangers or anything. They got to live in a very nice place and have some very nice food, and then they got very well paid for it. So like on the whole, it was good. And I actually like that they touched on how uncomfortable in a way it was, like him saying, you should call me father in case someone's watching, and him being like, that's weird, because it's weird for both of them, because they both lost the person that the other person is pretending to be, and Stark had a particularly bad relationship with his father. But I also really like that we touch more on Stark's backstory, both with the fact that they are from his village, but, you know, when we saw the little boy and the dad was like, oh, that's not good enough, you're not as good as your brother or whatever, and immediately I was flashing back to Stark's childhood, so of course he was, but then hearing that father say, no, like, he's not as talented as his brother, but he works hard enough, he's going to be just fine, he's going to be a better warrior than me, and oh, the only reason I'm hard on him now is because I wasn't hard on him and he freaking stopped trying. And then at the end, him getting to look and see the father put the time in with the boy, because maybe Stark isn't as talented as his brother, maybe whatever the little kid was called isn't as talented as his brother, but they're still just as wonderful and valuable and brilliant as humans and as children. So, and there's so much pressure to put on young shoulders to live up to some impossible mantle of this perfect person. So I'm glad we saw that that father actually was being there for his son. He was caring about him. And as much as, like, in some ways it'd probably be painful to see another child kind of get the love you didn't, it's also nice and healing to see the story being told again, but this time it's going to be okay. I mean, okay, it's not going to be okay because the older brother is dead, but, you know, like, this time the little kid is going to be okay. The little kid has the support system around him, because if the demons hadn't attacked Stark's village, he would not have grown. I mean, his brother would have been nice to him, but, like, it wouldn't have been like it was for this little kid. So I think that was really lovely to see as well. And obviously it was very sweet seeing Stark and Fern all dressed up at the party dancing together. They're very sweet. I mean, if they never develop into anything, that's fine by me. They can just be friends, but they're just so sweet together. And Frieren's focus on the cake. That girl has her priorities in check. I support her. So another fantastic episode. Thank you so much, Louise, for sponsoring, and thank you for watching.